Joined the Marine Corps with the intention of being able to travel the world, get free college and all the stability. Because, at the time, I thought it was a really good idea and I was excited for a new chapter in life. I was just like everyone else. I went to the recruiter's office and it was like a random day and I was feeling really motivated. And I was looking in all the offices, like the Air Force, the Navy, but Air Force wasn't there. Navy and Army, they're kind of just sitting in their offices. And I knew the Marine Corps recruiter, especially because he did a lot of things in my school. So I talked to him, and the way he introduced the Marine Corps and just explained the Marine Corps to me, it like really grabbed my attention because of how they really brag about how they're the top unit. Like you're gonna be your best self when you join the Marine Corps, and everyone respects the Marines. So next thing you know, I'm shipping out in a few months. I go to boot camp, and going to boot camp, you don't know what to expect. And I've heard that everyone says it was hard, it's easy, like you get mixed signals. To be honest, now being in the fleet, the Marine Corps, I mean the boot camp is the easiest thing you're gonna do. Like it's mentally hard and it's something new, especially if you haven't like been conditioned to deal with that kind of stuff. But being there for 3 months, you really get used to it, and it definitely is the easiest thing you do in your Marine Corps career. So, I mean, just get used to always being wrong and then always just doing exactly what you're told. Don't try and defer from like the orders, just do what you're told. And shit, probably just start running now, doing like a lot of calisthenics to get used to your muscles always burning and being exhausted. You still get to eat at the same time, like 3 times a day. You get to go to sleep at the same time, wake up at like the same time. You get 8 hours of sleep. Yeah, it's really just like you're doing the same shit every day, and it's pretty easy. You just gotta get past it and don't quit. Then after that, you go to your MCT, Marine Combat Training, and this one was a little harder for me because I'm a big like advocate for sleep, and you don't get sleep. Like they'll wake you up. You probably get like 4 hours of sleep a day. You you forget you get woken up, or you just get kept up all night, and the whole day you're doing Marine Corps shit. So a lot of people would like it for the Marine Corps shit because you're with your rifle, you're going around, you're learning how to fight, you're learning how to be in that combat mindset and always be on your on your toes and everything. So a lot of people would like it. Just know you're not gonna get a lot of sleep. You're not gonna eat a lot, and you're only gonna be eating the MREs for that time. So, and for me, it was really boring. Like we didn't do much. So like most of the time, I was just sitting there waiting for an order, and then they'd have you eat your food because we were all bored. Like there was nothing to do at the time. So I hated MCT. And then following that, you go to your schoolhouse, and I'm a 0631. So I'm in 29 Palms, and I'm a network technician, like network engineer. And our schoolhouse is 3.5 months long as well. We went, we go over CCNA, we go over like how to manage a network. That was really fun. The schoolhouse was my favorite part so far because it's like kind of like college. You just you live in this like big old apartment complex, like motel-ish kind of thing, and you're with all your friends right next door, and all you do is go to school, you come back, and you could like go to the gym, do whatever you want, and then the same thing. You get your weekends off, everything's pretty chill. So schoolhouse is like my favorite part and probably most people's favorite part because you don't have any responsibilities and you kind of just go to learn, which is awesome. Like you're just learning your job for free. And then after that, you're done with your schoolhouse. If you graduate and nothing goes wrong, you go into the fleet. The fleet is where I'm at right now. And this is where you're supposed to be like a normal human. Like you get treated like your rank, basically. But you get all your your time off. You get your time off now. You get your weekends. You get your full nights. There's no accountability formations or anything like that. And you have PT every morning, depending on the unit. Generally, it's around like it's 5:30 ish, 6 ish, and that's before work. And usually clock in at 8. The fleet is not exactly everything you'd think. Like you don't travel, so you're sitting in one area for one like a long time. Especially because I'm a pogue. Because like my job, we don't get deployed. So if you join the Marine Corps and you're in a unit, it's like unit's discretion whether you deploy or not. So my unit does not deploy, but your unit could deploy, and you could have an opportunity to go like overseas or do whatever that. But just know like you're gonna be working. Like everyone thinks, oh, I want to go to Japan, I want to do all this. Yes, it's gonna be cool on your weekends. You can have your time off, but no, a lot of times you're gonna be working. You're gonna be doing stupid shit. Like you're still gonna have to fill day with where like you clean everything. You sit there for hours. Like it's a lot harder than you think, but you still get those benefits. Like you still have the opportunity to travel. You still have the the fitness aspect, everything like that. So it like really think about what you're gonna join for and what you're trying to get out of it. And the Marine Corps is not gonna make you this superhuman or this like 100 times better self than you are right now. Because it's up to the person. Like I see plenty of people they join and they get worse than how they were when before they joined, or they stay exactly the same or get even worse because now the people they like hang around are just like shitty people. They drink, they get into like this alcohol abusive relationship and everything. So I would just keep that in mind. Like it's not gonna just change you overnight. And boot camp is supposed to be like this big changing thing, but after you go back into the real world and you start like experiencing stuff again, like you realize it's such a small part of your like career that it doesn't do really anything. Like you forget about most of the things and you move on. So like overall, I wouldn't say I regret joining. I would say I would join again if I had the choice again, would I join again? Yes. Only because you do meet a lot of people, and I've met a lot of people that like have taught me a lot of things already. I've learned about a lot about networking, which is the job I'm doing right now. So I can get out. I can use my post 9/11 like GI Bill. I can go to college for free. I get like paid living for free, and I can continue my job outside of here and just continue my life right after. So I've learned, it teaches you discipline. You gotta wake up every day, do the same shit. You learn how to like get over shit because in the real world you can't complain with your boss, so you kind of just get used to it. Because if you complain, it just gets worse. So you just gotta deal with it. It teaches you how to like always be on top of your appearance because in the uniform we care a lot about how you look. Everything needs to look like tight. No IPs, nothing hanging off. So it teaches you about that. Getting like regular haircuts, everything to the like the smallest detail they care about. So it teaches you a lot about like the small details as well. So I'd say it's a good idea to join the Marine Corps if you have nothing better going on. Like you can always launch or start a business after the Marine Corps or during the Marine Corps, right? And if you're planning to just go to college, this might be a better opportunity because you get those hands-on hours and you get the applicable like knowledge that you can use. But know that these 4 years aren't going to be easy. And a lot of people join because they think it's going to be for some reason, but it's going to be difficult. You're going to hate your life sometimes. You're going to like your life sometimes. There's going to be good opportunities. There's going to be bad opportunities. And you got to have to just push through both, like just live through it. And know you're always at the government's beck and call. So regardless if I have something planned or if, maybe like I don't want to do something, you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to stay at work till like 12 a lot, like 12 at night. Sometimes you get released early, like at 2 o'clock or something. But either way, you have to deal with it and just keep forging. So that's why I joined the Marine Corps and why I don't regret my decision. But I am going to get out. Like most likely, that's my plan after 4 years. And that's more of like just personal preference, but I know a lot of people who enjoy it in here and they're gonna stay in. So I mean, if this like give you value, please like, subscribe.